6 wrestlers you didn't know were criminals.
6.
Number 6. The Big Show. The Big Show might be this intimidating giant in the WWE, but he mostly has a reputation of being a big, cuddly teddy bear outside the company who does most of the destroying in the ring. But when Show was still getting the hang of wrestling, he committed some really stupid crimes. In 1998, he was arrested for allegedly exposing himself to a hotel clerk, but was later released due to lack of evidence. He was again arrested the next year for apparently breaking the jaw of a guy during an altercation at a hotel, but was again not arrested due to lack of evidence. Despite not actually serving a jail sentence, not many would believe that the Big Show would actually be accused of doing such crimes. Number 5. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Stone Cold Steve Austin might have been this beer-drinking rattlesnake who was loved for his defiance of the rules set by the villainous Mr. McMahon on WWE TV. But it seems like the guy had some issues to sort out in his personal life. Austin might be the icon of the Attitude Era, but he had some differences with his then wife Debra, as they had a serious fight in 2004 when it was reported that Austin had been arrested because of domestic abuse. According to Debra, Austin had attacked her head, neck and legs before she could call police, with the beating leaving her with a swollen cheek and eye with bruises on her back and shoulder. Austin was later given 1 year probation and 80 hours of community service because of it. The rattlesnake seemed to be quite the reckless person outside the wrestling ring with this horrible crime of abusing his wife.
4.
Number 4. Ahmed Johnson. Ahmed Johnson might be remembered by some as one of the more prominent African-American wrestlers in wrestling during the 90s, as he won the Intercontinental Championship soon after debuting for WWE and would later feud with the Nation of Domination. Even though he was quite a popular wrestling figure during the time, he seemed to have some dirty secrets outside it, as he was arrested in 1999 for alleged prostitution, as he was apparently pimping out 3 young girls. He was also caught in possession of several drugs and he was put into jail for quite some time, and because of his bad name, couldn't ever return to the ring properly and would retire from wrestling soon after. It's quite shocking to discover a good guy like Johnson involved with prostitution, as things must have been bad for him to commit these heinous crimes which gave him a permanent bad name and never allowed him to gain popularity afterwards.
3.
Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy might be one of the best things about wrestling right now with his broken gimmick, but it looks like something is broken inside of him, as well as he also has a bad criminal record. Matt not only has a bad history with drug addiction, but was in the news in 2014 when he was arrested for allegedly having a bloody brawl with his wife Ruby Sky. Apparently, both had gotten into such a bad fight that the motel management had to call police, as Sky was found to have cuts all over. While Hardy had some cuts on his face as well, they both got restraining orders against each other, as Hardy got a bad reputation to his name for having that sort of bloody fight with his wife. This terrible crime of domestic abuse is what can hinder one's reputation in the wrestling community and dents one's legacy as well.
2.
Number 2. Randy Orton. Randy Orton might be one of the top stars of the WWE right now, but he has had his share of bad history in the past in his personal life, as he has been suspended on multiple times by the WWE for violating their wellness policy, which made the rounds years ago. What many do not know is that Orton was arrested before his wrestling career for a much greater crime, as he served in the US Marine Corps after graduating. He was arrested for going AWOL multiple times and disobeying an order from a commanding officer, as he'd be tried and convicted in a special military court and spent 38 days in military prison for it. This was quite the shameful crime to keep with you, but luckily for him this wasn't known by many, as he would later become a star in WWE and this crime would be all but forgotten.
1.
Number 1. Booker T. Booker T might as well be the most successful African American wrestler of all time. As the 5-time WCW champion has won all the big accolades, it's not only WCW but also some of the big ones in WWE later on as well, one of the more entertaining personalities of its time as well. Not many know that much about Booker's past and how well he has transformed from that phase, as he was involved in some horrible crimes in his youth. Booker was part of numerous armed robberies in his youth and was arrested in 1987 when he tried to rob the Wendy's store he was working in the place for 2.5 years, as police suspected of an inside job and arrested him and some other accomplices. Booker would serve 19 months in prison for it and was released on parole, as he would then make the jump to wrestling, which would lead to much success in the future, as the 5-time WCW champion wasn't really the good kid in his youth and was part of some shocking crimes which not many would expect him to do. So today I talked with you in this video about 6 wrestlers who didn't know were criminals. So what do you think about this video? If you like the video, you should like it and also subscribe to my channel. So I say goodbye for today. May you all be blessed.